This is the most overpowered base in all of Rust. It combines a floor stack system, a double bunker, a hidden loot room, external TCs, great shooting floor and 8 entrances. That's insane! But on top of that, you'll get 5 loot rooms with over 1200 slots, and one of the loot rooms will be hidden under your base. Tons of open space and all deployables that you need. I'm scared to even talk about the raiding cost, because to just get into this base you will have to spend at least 35 rockets, while not getting even 10% of the loot. And on top of that, I found a way to replace the doors on the second floor if you've been raided, and the solution was as simple as it could be. However, this version of the base is much more expensive than the first one and involves a lot of building tricks, so I highly suggest you watch the entire video. And also, in exchange for showing you the most unique and overpowered base you've ever seen, you should immediately smash that like button. That's gonna be fair. And so, let's build. Start by placing 2 squares with a ramp. Aim for this branch and place a triangle at mid-height. Slide back to square foundation and clip a second triangle into the first. Remove these squares. From the low foundation, build 2 triangles and 2 squares. Break everything except the high triangle, and from it add another one. Next, remove the foundation on the right and build 5 triangles with another square, like this. Upgrade your main core into stone and remove the excess wick. Place half walls around this 2x1 and upgrade them. Add regular walls on top. I forgot to record this, but instead of this wall you should place 2 half walls. It's needed for the second bunker. Also, don't upgrade the doorway into stone, because it will have to be removed later. Let's move inside. Clip a floor to the far wall and place a TC to the right corner. Put a door and lock it up. Place 4 boxes at the bottom. You can check my previous video for a complete guide. Cover these boxes with the ceiling and place a double door in the center. Next, we're going to build a shelf in the TC room and put some boxes on it. All that's left is to add a workbench, 2 sleeping bags and a few furnaces. To expand your base, place triangle foundations, like I showed. Next, build a square, 2 triangles and again a square. Now you can add honeycombs on the left side. Don't forget to add foundations on the remaining sides. Make a half honeycombs around your base. Now break the doorway, that's why we left it wooden, and place 2 half walls instead of it. If you can't put the top wall, build a ceiling and place a wall on top of it. Remove the bottom part, this will be our first bunker. Cover this entrance with half walls and rotate the upper part inward. Next, enclose this area with walls and seal it with the ceilings. Finally, build an entrance with a single door. Now let's break down the common problems you wrote about under the last video. Because of the different ceiling heights, it's impossible to get through that gap. To fix this, you need to place your sleeping bags next to the opening. It creates a step, and now you can use the exit. And on top of that, you can hide 2 furnaces under this ceiling. In general, you can place 3 furnaces here, but one of them will not be lootable. Now you need to move the sleeping bag a little to the back to use the furnaces. This trick will give you a huge advantage if you get raided at the beginning of the wipe. Your raiders won't be able to leave the base, because they usually break the sleeping bag right away. Next, you need to build honeycombs on the remaining sides. To make 8 entrances to the base and other honeycombs for extra protection, you need to repeat the same steps as I did. You should end up with 4 triangles, which you need to upgrade into stone, and place 2 roofs on them. These roofs will connect to each other, which will create one more layer of protection. And if you break the wall at the back, you can't get inside the base. Next, cover those roofs with walls, and repeat the same on the other side. This base is easy to build because it's perfectly symmetrical. At this stage, you need to upgrade everything into metal. It would cost you about 20,000 metal frags. Next, rotate these 2 walls near the entrance and enclose them with honeycombs from both sides. Enclose all second floor with walls and ceilings, and don't place anything inside yet. Now you can place a second floor at the bottom and add ceilings at the top. Cover the remaining parts with walls and add a second layer of floors at the top. As you remember, in the first version of this base it wasn't possible to put doors on the second floor. So I spent 2 days trying to figure out how to place them. The solution turned out to be absolutely absurd and simple, so in exchange for my time you should join the community, where I uploaded a short video with a solution to this problem. Meanwhile, place the large battery in the middle and make 2 loot rooms on the sides. As you can see, by using the method I posted for community members, you can easily put doorways and doors on the second floor. Also, near the entrance to the bunker, you can make another loot room or put furnaces here, depending on what you prefer. Next, you can cover these loot rooms with second layer of ceilings. Now let's move outside, completely enclose both roofs with walls, as I show, and repeat the same on the other side. Now let's make 8 separate entrances to the base, which will also serve as a lift to the shooting floor. Just repeat after me. And again, repeat the same on the other side. It's very simple. At this stage, this base will cost about 24,000 metal and 20,000 stone. Next, you will have to face another problem. As you can see, you can place a foundation next to the roof. But if you have a container skin, then it can be easily fixed. That's why I think this is a pay-to-win skin. Now you can build one more layer of honeycombs, which is necessary to complete this base. And you need to build 2 floors on both sides to make a shooting floor in the future. Next, place the windows on top of these honeycombs and cover them with embrasures. Cover all windows with roofs from both sides. Place 5 door frames in the center using my method and cover them with the ceilings. Another half floor on top. Now we need to close any remaining gaps. If you use regular walls, they can be soft-sided, so we'll use half walls instead. And to close the gap inside, you have to place a half wall with a regular wall on top. If you can't place a wall on top, you can use the ceiling and put the wall on top of it. Repeat the same on all other sides, so that no gaps remain. And at the end, to completely secure yourself, add one more half floor on top. I already showed how to use the space inside at the beginning, so I won't focus on that. Now I'm gonna show you how this bunker works. First, you need to pick up the furnace and sleeping bag. Next, place a triangle ceiling here and cover this gap with half wall. Find a place to throw your sleeping bag. Sometimes you can fit 2 of them. Then put the ceiling through the wall. Respawn on the second floor and upgrade it into metal or high wall. Next, respawn on the first floor and place a triangle stair at this ceiling and upgrade it into metal. Now, even if that ceiling is broken, there's no way to get inside because the entrance is blocked by stairs. And on top of that, these stairs are impossible to break. So we're forcing the raiders to blow up the floor that has another floor underneath it and another floor where the main loot is hidden. And to make this base even better, I'm gonna show you how to add 2 externals to it. First, place a triangle on one of the sides, then build 4 squares, remove 3 foundations and build back with triangles. Remove the excess twig and place 2 more squares. This will be our gatehouse. Now from the gatehouse, build 1 square and 5 triangles. The last one should be raised. Remove the excess twig and add 1 more low foundation from the other side. Build 2 half walls on a high foundation and place a TC on it. Then secure this TC with walls and window and make an airlock. Add a half floor on top of the gatehouse and put a metal barricades on top of it. Finally, connect the gatehouse to the TC with floor frames. To disconnect the TC, place a foundation with the roof. And repeat the same on the other side. At the end, you can put a wind turbine on the roof and enclose your base with high walls. And if you want to know how to use teleport on official servers in Rust by using a recent update and a secret workshop item, or how to break the game mechanics with flying socks by using an insane bug that no one knows about,